some young broke dude.
I'm actually done. I refuse to read a book with a female character in it written by a man over 40. I never thought I would ever had to read the phrase, she had D-cup guts but a trainer bra brain. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Hopefully they're actually female nipples.
I mean, considering there's actually zero biological difference between a man's nipple and a woman's nipple, I guess you could still look at this without it being gay.
Zero, you say?
For the nipple itself, obviously the context is different, but men have the same biology and can even lactate when their hormones are out of whack.
Some women are single year after year after year unintentionally because their vagina has no grip, but no one wants to have that conversation because everything's men's fault. Ignorance is bliss, though.
Girls go to the toilet more often because they have no balls to store pee.
I squeeze my girl when she on her period, 'cause she my little ketchup packet.
And y'all bitches wonder why a man can't get you off. Well, Samantha, if you didn't pulverize your pussy with power drills and use a jackhammer for a vibrator, then maybe you wouldn't have issues with a regular penis. But no, you want to turn your vagina into a construction site.
One time, a guy rubbed my coochie over my leggings for not even 30 seconds, stopped, looked me dead in my eyes, and asked, "Did I get ya?"
As I said, I did use the wrong words. Not compete, but in my opinion, women liking big dicks is the same as a man having a small dick and blaming women for bad sex. So I only want big dicks logically means I only get pleasure from big ones. But when someone says, you must be loose, then surely she disagrees. That makes no sense whatsoever. You're either tight and can feel any size and get pleasure from any size, or are loose, therefore need bigger ones to feel full.
Come on, what's with the swallowing? Some years back, I remember an article saying that if a woman swallows, eventually her body will adjust to the guy's DNA and it becomes easier for her to get pregnant during sex. So don't swallow, please, unless you guys are planning on having a child.
If your vagina doesn't get a heartbeat when you see him, he ain't the one, sis.
Why do women have periods? I read that one of its functions is cleaning the dirty blood, which is why women are less likely to have heart diseases than men. Is that true? Again, I read it.
When she riding your face and she remember the LOL you put under that chick comment, and now she's smothering you to death while sliding back and forth in rabbit speed, and she got that sharp peach fuzz, so it's like getting sliced by a Brillo pad.
Get your ovaries removed. You're the one who don't want kids.
What do you think the ovaries are for, genius? They store the semen. Once you have so much sex that the semen fills up the ovaries, you can't get pregnant anymore because the eggs are crushed. That's what menopause is. If you fuck a girl while you were kissing her, you were basically sucking your own dick through a long tube. Just saying.
Thick girls always horny because they thighs be rubbing their clit.
Garlic taken minced orally and or inserted whole vaginally can help. Here's a link. Please do not put garlic in your vagina for a UTI or in general. 1, your vagina and urethra are 2 separate places. And 2, this article is saying it may be a pathway to new drugs to treat UTIs. Not that you should shove raw garlic in your vagina. Eat garlic, fine. Eat all you want. Do not stick it in your vagina.
For your information, men are animals with a phallus and a high dose of testosterone, aka they have a 2-in-1 organ. Sex toy plus gives pleasure. Women, if given a testosterone injection and an elongation to their microphallus, they would rape a kingdom as a compensation. Blame nature and history.
Look, unless you've had a child, if you haven't had sex in 8 weeks, you should be tight as fuck. If you legit have a man you truly care about, you won't misuse his trust. Same for him as well. Yo, it don't matter if you were as wet as a waterfall, you will be tight if you haven't cheated. Otherwise, you've been doing your man wrong. Do women actually like sex? I find it hard to believe they enjoy the act of sex. If they did, they would be willing to have it a lot more with a lot more men. And how good can it possibly feel to have a hard thing moving in and out of you? I think they have it for reasons other than pleasure, and they choose chads because they believe they offer something. Boys only enjoy sex with chad. It's largely mental for them. The more attracted to you they are, the easier and stronger they orgasm. It's an actual fact. Betas can use their hands and tongues all they want, but sex with them will never be even 1% as enjoyable as missionary sex with a man they feel a raw, primal sexual attraction to.
Well, in a sense, yes. Full lesbians, I believe, only do oral or scissoring in order to honor their commitment to their same-sex choice and feminist beliefs. Either way, I have more respect for full lesbians than mock ones, but it's hardly the same thing as eating flesh, now is it?
Cardi B says she once stopped her period to have sex with Offset. The rapper sat down with Angie Martinez for the radio personality's new show, Untold Stories of ...
But they actually get new swimmers every couple weeks. Females actually have had their eggs in their ovaries since they were a fetus.
Doesn't it get replaced via the menstrual cycle?
r/BadWomensAnatomy.
My wife identifies as a cisgendered female in that she has a round vagina and nipples at the end of swollen mammary glands. No male genitalia. This is how we have to call a woman now.
I just asked a girl at the bar where the bathroom was, and her response was, "I'm wearing a tampon and a pad, so I don't have to think about that." I guess she doesn't know it doesn't work that way. Delaware basics are weird.
What the hell? Does she think the holes are the same?
Apparently. Like, I'm gay and even I know there's two different holes. What the fuck?
I'm dead. Oh my god.
Sister got engaged this weekend and I dressed as a bush in the wilderness to watch and capture the moment. We are 1 year apart. Why are our lives so different?
How are they 1 year apart if they are sisters?
If you had an ounce of faith in your skill, you wouldn't be making hit pieces against other YouTubers. I hope you slam your vagina in a car door.
Anybody ever wonder why the inside of a woman's vagina resembles the inside of a snake's mouth almost identically? It was a snake that caused a woman to deceive man in the beginning. Now her body parts that resembles that snake's mouth deceive men now. Hashtag think outside the box.
Funny, I found most bus travelers to be very considerate, but then again, don't do peak hour travel. I do think the female of the species might just have a prostitute gene though, as so many just will stop in any doorway to either just stare and look around or decide to talk to a friend, who then makes it impossible to get around either. Shops are their favorite location, but it's not limited to them. Occasionally a guy will also be a gene carrier, but it isn't quite as common.
God, one time I had a visible lump on my thigh, had a low-grade fever for 2 whole weeks, and was literally limping everywhere. Finally go to the ER because I don't have health insurance for a regular doctor. Guy says it's ovarian cysts, and to stop complaining because he's not giving me drugs. So I walked out of the ER learning I have ovaries in my thighs and that I'm apparently a drug addict.
Huh, so that's where those are.